Oh shit! Here we go again.
I'm not saying pre-Kelly, pre-R. Kelly. What I'm saying is pre-Robert.
Stop it. Get some help.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Emotional, damn it!
Yo, what is good? We are back again with another episode of Make It Make Sense. I'm your host, the one and only Monray Hudson. Luckily, I'm not alone. We do have the one and only, the honorable, the great Hollywood Sensei. Let him know who he is and what it do.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel, CEO status. You know, aka Mr. Put That Shit On. You already know what it is. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. That's where you can find the Blurred Cartel. You can also find me every day on the Blurred Cartel, literally on every show. You know what I mean? Monday through Sunday. You know what I mean? And also, when I'm not on the Blurred Cartel, hit me up on TikTok, Hollywood_Sensei215, and Sensei Hollywood on Twitter.
And sneaking in, last but not least, possibly, we don't know if anybody else will sneak in. It is the one and only, representing Overall 99 Media, the underworld of Twitter, AfroCommy765. What did it do?
You already know. It's your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks a daily dose of dirtbag and probably bash this movie a little more than anybody else.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Oh, we have it. We have it. Well, since y'all already know what it is, let's go ahead. We ain't going to hold back. It is Make It Make Sense. We're taking everything trending, all the hot topics and all the crazy opinions, and we're going to make sense of them. And, of course, the main thing trending right now is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It is here. It is playing in all your movie theaters. It's all over the place. I give shout out and props to Marvel for the end of Phase 4, and they decided to end it with this movie. Everybody's going to have their own opinions. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's going to be split, basically because the overall tone and theme of this movie is far different than the first Black Panther for obvious reasons. So we're going to leave it where it is. Also, if you are watching, first and foremost, we are going to spoil the entirety of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So if you have not watched it or you care about the story whatsoever, leave a like and come back in about 20 minutes. But I'm just letting you know we're going to spoil everything of Black Panther. We're going to spoil this entire thing. So if you care about spoilers, this is your warning. Otherwise, I'm going to start off by saying, praise be to this woman. Angela Bassett had a heck of a performance in this movie. She gets all of my props. I'm sorry, when she did her scene, when she was telling Okoye, I done gave up everything for this kingdom. I'm sorry, she had me. She sold me on that one part. All power to her. She did an amazing job with her acting and performance. I give all props to her. Outside of that, I personally gave the movie about, I think, between 7 and 8. Very solid movie. It is a bit long, definitely. Just they had to go through a lot, explain a few things. But I definitely gave them props for that. My main two things, which is one, Angela Bassett, and two, I do rock with Namor. I rock
what?
With
how do you rock with goddamn construction worker Namor?
Hey, look, we've already come to the agreement.
How are you rocking with construction worker Namor?
It's not gonna always be like the comics.
Bruh,
Namor,
he could
very good.
He couldn't have been toned up a little bit.
How much tone more did you want? You want him to be like
put the picture back up. Show Namor in 1939 as opposed
to. You want him to be chiseled.
Yes. This nigga lives all the way underwater, like at the bottom of the ocean, like the whole weight of the ocean on him. Shouldn't he be chiseled from that?
It's also on everybody of the movie. Like, let's keep it. It's on everybody.
Yes, all the Atlanteans should be ripped as fuck.
If we're not worried about the scientific fact that
I am
miles under the ocean,
I'm nitpicking the shit out of this movie.
Well, I know you're probably going to, but I don't care.
It's okay.
Did I have some nitpicky things?
I don't think we needed this movie. I don't think we needed it. What did this do besides pander to Chadwick Boseman's memory?
Continue.
We could have found a different way to end Phase 4.
I mean, to be fair, this wasn't the original end of Phase 4. They
I
just
know.
decided to amend it. I don't know why they chose to amend it and let this be the end, whatever the case may be. But I was fine. The movie's straight. The movie's a solid movie.
Yeah, the movie's not horrible. I'm just not a fan of female Black Panther. I'm misogynistic in that view. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000.
Like if I gotta get some negatives out of it, my only real negative on the movie, it's a little long, but that's fine. I was good with the emotional tone. Shuri's performance was fine because she played a Black Panther that seemed like it was too young for the role. I'm cool with that. My only real nitpicky thing I would have is Riri, because Riri seemed a bit out of place in certain parts of the movie.
Yeah, there was no point for Ironheart. Like, she was it was a nothing burger.
It was like hit or miss with Riri. It was like if she would come in, she'll say something like, okay, boom, hit. Like everything when she was in the dorm room with Okoye and Shuri, cool. I was cool with that. But like at the time when Shuri was getting her heart-shaped herb and talked with Michael B. Jordan and popped out and she was like, oh, dang, can I get some of that? I'm like, like it's times like she was hit or miss. And also I hated the design of her suit. I'm sorry, I hated that.
Yeah, it was, bruh. I did like the whatchamacallit suits that they give to the Midnight Angels or whatever they're called, that the former guards get. Those suits were dope, but the Shuri's Black Panther costume was lacking.
How was it lacking? I don't get that one. Like, it was fine to me.
It just looked, I don't know. If it was the CGI or what it was, I don't know. I might just be like on some misogynistic bullshit, like, oh, it's a female Black Panther. I'm just not okay with that. Subconsciously, that could be it. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, it was okay. Like, I don't think it was a bad thing, anything of the sort. I think it was okay. I think it was straight. It was pretty much what I expected it to be.
I'm definitely just having character bias, yo.
Like, you hate. Like, I don't get it.
I don't like Shuri. I just don't like. I haven't liked Shuri in comic books. I don't like Shuri on the movie screen. The story was decent, though. I mean, kinda.
Like, well,
Namor should have been buff.
Like, I thought you won't name him buff, but that's like a minor thing. I was good with the performance, like his performance, his acting.
Oh yeah, bro. It had a real terror feel when he gave some of those big speeches, like when he descended down to the shark tooth throne. Yo, that had some feeling to it. I can't even lie. That had some real feeling to it. I was like, yo. And just the way he talked to his people when he let them know that they were going to war, even though with his unimpressive physique, he still got the point across.
Hey, the beer belly still did the job.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. In that moment, it was all seriousness. It didn't even matter that he wasn't ripped up like Rambo. I was like, this nigga is serious.
To give Unico a chance to catch up, Holly Hood, tell me your thoughts. What'd you think of Black Panther? Wakanda Forever, my guy?
I mean, it was just like I said about the first Black Panther. It was a good movie, not a great movie. I mean, it was good, not great.
Yeah.
Very solid film. I mean, I like the fight scenes. I mean, I wasn't really feeling Neymar's, backstory like that. I mean, it was, but whatever. I mean, the final fight scene, just like in the first Black Panther, was trash to me. I didn't like it.
Which one? The one on the ship, or you talking about Shuri's 1v1?
Yeah, Shuri and Neymar fight was trash.
Yeah, it could. It felt like it could have been way better.
The ship fight carries all the fights besides Okoye on the bridge with the first one. I mean, but it was solid fights. Story was there. I mean, I liked what they did with the post credit John. I know we're gonna get into that, but overall it was a solid John. Just it could have been better, and I do agree it was a bit long. I mean,
they drug it out
going in. I mean, it could have shortened some of that, but overall, it was all right. It was good.
Could have cut out Ironheart and saved some time.
Yeah, and I didn't like the Ironheart suit either.
It was weird. It was weird.
I did enjoy Riri Williams' character, though. I did, but the suit, no.
Like I didn't.
You didn't even like Mark II. Yeah, I understand not liking Mark I. You wasn't feeling Mark II though, with all the innovative design changes that came with it.
Like I was cool with Mark 1. The one that she made in Wakanda, I hated the helmet. Like it reminded me of Big Hero 6.
It was weird.
I wasn't feeling the
But
helmet.
she got the foot thrusters on Mark 2 though.
Yeah, that was fine. Like really, this top half was what killed me. Like when they showed the helmet and everything, I'm like, oh. I was like, but either way, like I said, solid movie. I would put it in like
it didn't feel like she did what she was supposed to do. It felt like they meant for her to do something way more than what she did.
Let me ask this.
It was only a snippet because she'd have her own movie, like her own series, so she wasn't meant to take the spotlight. Like she fulfilled.
But does this lack of a showing taint her for a future movie going forward, or was this just testing the water to see if people would care?
No, I mean she wasn't meant to be like she was just meant to be in this movie to be introduced, so that we'll know who she is, so we'll be interested in her show when her show.
Okay, well that's what I was asking. If that's all that this was supposed to do, then they midway did it. As long as the suit, whatever mark we get to when her next appearance, as long as the suit looks different, I think it'll be okay. But it felt like a lack of a showing. Like we know who Ironheart is. We know Riri Wilson has this amazing backstory that people have loved since we came into the 2010s of comic books. And I don't know, I felt like it'd be a bigger showing than what it was. But if it was just an introduction, there's always room for improvement.
Oh no, I firmly believe this is just an introduction to Ironheart.
But if we never see Ironheart again, then this was a fucking flop.
Like, she gets her own show. We already know she's getting a show.
I wish they would have introduced her better. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They should have introduced her while Tony was still alive, to be honest.
That would have made way more sense.
Just double back around to her, All right, but finally, we have the final one to join us, Mr. Unico Williams. Please tell me your thoughts. And I'm not going to reference any of your posts that you made about it. I'm going to let you speak your piece. Unico, what did you think about that?
I just want to speak as somebody that purely just watched a movie. It was a good movie. I didn't come in with an expectation that somebody's supposed to look like this or what this suit is supposed to be or what this is supposed to mean. I just came into it just watching another Marvel comic movie. It was a matinee. You know how I feel about the old Black Panther or the Black Panther one. Y'all know I call it Mid Panther.
Mid.
Yeah.
And I thought that this was a really good movie. Is it the best Marvel movie? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not jumping.
Do you think it's better than the first Black Panther?
I'm not calling this one Mid Panther 2. No.
Really? You really think this was better?
I mean, because listen, y'all got to understand where I'm at and where I'm coming from, how I'm looking.
Tell us where you're at in your journey, Joe.
My angle is this. I enjoyed the dialogue. I like the dialogue a lot. I personally felt like the worst part of the movie was like, here goes another car chase.
Oh wow.
That's my least favorite part. Oh, and then my second least favorite part is I just feel so bad for the people of Namor's nation because like that shit looks so boring.
This nigga.
Oh wow.
I was thinking about that too. And while I'm watching the movie.
Were you surprised by their unimpressive physiques?
I wasn't thinking about their physiques at all. Anybody.
How are we not? They turn blue when they come on land, bro.
Sister girl that's the spy. I was looking at her physique for sure.
Of course, we're looking at Nakia.
That back was crazy.
I'm the only one paying attention to the physiology of the enemy.
Shout out to Lupita Nyong'o. I said the last movie.
No disrespect, love.
Beautiful.
No disrespect, love. That back was present, bruh. And then she did some cool stuff in the actual movie too, which is like a double plus. But yeah, overall, I thought that the movie I enjoy like where it's not always just beating up a horde or stuff like that. I enjoyed a movie with dialogue and help.
I know he said horde, but I heard whore.
I did too. Though I looked.
I was like, damn, this nigga beating up horde.
No horde, like a big army that attacks
Yeah,
the city.
yeah. I know what you were saying. I was just saying what I heard. I was like, damn, Joe on demon time this time. He out here beating hordes
No,
and
we
shit.
hate horde battles. Those are so stupid, and they take 15 to 20 minutes to flex
Bruh.
your CGI muscles for a second. I'm
But
cool. I don't
mobs
need.
mobs are good for your hand-eye coordination, yo.
Help
And
me,
make sure you
with the
can
character development. I want to get to know these characters a little bit
how,
more.
how's your
That's
God
where
of
I'm
War
at.
progression bit and Joe? I feel like it ain't been going too good the way you're talking. How's your God of War progression been?
We'll discuss that because I'm not finna get spoiled on God of
Yeah.
War. True that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I was going
bruh,
to ask that we just go ahead and stay on topic
Like, yeah.
and keep it going.
you ain't played it yet, Monte?
I'm in it now, but we ain't gonna bother with that right now. We're on this Wakanda.
I
Yeah.
get that's why they're strong for sure. It just looks boring. That's the point I'm making about them.
Hey, when Namor giving speeches, it wasn't boring though. They hit that music behind that shit. That nigga serious.
I was like, how can you hear each other? Oh, echolocation, but y'all figured out it's some kind of language where you can change that
Telepathy,
language
bro.
into ancient Mayan.
Telepathy, bro. It's the all-in-one translator and the explanation for every language barrier in comic books.
Nay Morris felt a little forced.
Name Morris?
Namora?
Namor?
Oh, just Namor.
No, the girl.
The girl, no
Oh,
more.
no, Namora.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it was forced. I mean, yes, he should have a love interest. He's been alive since like the 1800s or like 1800s.
He's the first mutant, yo. I mean, canonically
I'm not even going off of that ideology because I don't know that. I'm just watching the MCU and I'm
He said he
enjoying
was
the
a
story
mutant.
that they're writing. I'm just going off.
He literally said he was a mutant, though.
He said he was a mutant. I wonder if he knows that that's a thing that in the MCU in regards to like, do people use that word?
Well, I mean, he said it, so obviously, I mean, somebody's been using it, even if it's down at the bottom of the ocean.
I'm just gonna go as far as Marvel put that snippet in there in his
I
writing.
would say they're getting us ready for the mutant.
Like, that's just my opinion.
One word at a time. But I noticed, so I mean,
I'm cool with it. Like I said, I was cool with that. Riri was like one of my only real nitpicks. Like the ending fight with Shuri and Namor, well, it is what it is. Like it was relatively fine. Like I didn't expect too much from
when
that.
niggas pulled up on whales, though, it's forever going to be an epic moment to me. When you pull up to fight on a whale, it's different. You're on a different type of time.
I didn't really expect. Like I said, it was cool with that because they painted it like they should have, where it was just like, okay, well, Shuri's finna basically get them all killed. And that's the part of the movie that I enjoyed mostly was the fact that they made it realistic. Like, yeah, Shuri is,
the stakes felt very real.
Everybody's parts was realistic. Angela Bassett's part was realistic, where she was basically like losing it on the fact that I've lost my son.
She lost everybody.
Lost my daughter. Like I'm losing all that, and when she just snapped on the Okoye, it was like, you got me. You just sold me on that because everybody felt the way like she literally has lost both her children. What more do you expect from her? So it's like I get it on that. The whole way they wrote the story on like almost like war was inevitable because there was almost no way that Wakanda was going to be able to play both sides, and it still is. We'll talk about that in the Phase 4 thing because I use that to sort of transition on the simple fact of, as we discussed earlier, this is the end of Phase 4. You'll have to forgive we're missing a few things off this naturally, but Phase 4 is officially over. We've had the birth of all our Marvel shows. 4 to 5, around 6 movies, something along that nature. And this is basically what Phase 4 is. We can call it setup or whatever we want to call it, but this is it until the Christmas special, I think in December, which I don't know if you want to count that or not, or Ant-Man Quantumania starting on Phase 5, whichever one you want to use. But now that we are done with Phase 4, we can actually just look back and be just, what did y'all think of Phase 4? Like what is our thoughts of everything we've seen in Phase 4? We've got.
Can you put that image back up there again?
Yeah, this will give you at least a good chunk. We're still missing some stuff,
I was
missing,
say
missing, of course, this movie we just saw, but it's just a little snippet of some Phase 4 things that we've had.
Yeah.
Missing She-Hulk too.
Yeah, I mean it's just a snippet of everything, but because like some of the Phase 4 pictures, they'll show things that got moved along. So some of them had like originally Fantastic Four, some of them had Ant-Man Quantumania and the Marvels and stuff. So basically, Phase 4 got cut short, I think, but it had plenty in it. You know, we've had multiple shows from everything from Falcon and Winter Soldier, She-Hulk, Loki, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel was the most recent one, as far as I remember. Then She-Hulk was the most recent one. We had all those shows. We've had multiple movies from Eternals to Doctor Strange.
But was it better than Phase 3?
Shang-Chi, Black Widow, which isn't on here, you know, like a few of them. So it's a lot we've had in Phase 4. We can't say Phase 4 was really just short. We've had a lot. We've had a lot. Mr. Hicks, shout out to Mr. Hicks. He's like, he cried like a poor. Hey, I understand that movie had moments, especially at the end. I do respect the way they did Chadwick Boseman's memorial service at the end, where you can get everything out, the way they symbolize when you burn that funeral garment, that's your way of moving on with them. I'm respected all that. Now, what I will bring up is Mr. Hicks' second comment, because he did bring up something I think is going to be interesting when we look back and try to feel like what was the best movie of Phase 4. In his opinion, it was Shang-Chi was actually the best movie of Phase 4. I don't know if everybody's going to. And Lala actually seems to have agreed. She said Shang-Chi was underrated as fuck and was not talked about enough. So I asked everybody, we'll start off with that. What is your favorite movie of Phase 4? We'll even start off with, you know, the underworld himself. No. You, Nico, we'll go back and forth. Back from the beginning. What is your favorite movie from Phase 4?
Man, I gotta say, I gotta show love, because I mean, the thing about this list is there are some quote unquote misses, if you will. I'm gonna be real with you. I just never felt the need to go watch Shang-Chi. And I think
you missed out.
I think that speaks to that. Like, I wasn't interested for whatever reason. I don't know.
My bad. And for everybody watching, just in case anybody on the board, the panel needs a reminder, I give you the movies of it. We'll start off with Black Widow. You have Shang-Chi. Then you had the Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and finally Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Those are all the movies of Phase 4. You can continue.
I mean, but the thing is, they were giving us hits in that joint. Like, they gave us WandaVision that got the whole world talking. They gave us Loki, a classic.
Those are TV shows, though, not movies.
Shows.
He said Phase 4. Period.
Yeah, I said your favorite movie of Phase 4. We'll get into
the favorite movie of Phase 4.
Okay. Favorite movie. You got misses. But you got misses. My favorite movie is Wakanda Forever at this point. I mean, I'm looking at the list right now. I apologize. I wasn't sticking to the movies.
You'll go to show after this.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go with Spider-Man, and then it's either between Eternals and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
I'm surprised he got Wakanda Forever above Spider-Man No Way Home. Though
I
would say
it's new on me. It's fresh on me though. It's fresh on me.
Yeah, recently.
Give me a couple of months. Let me think on it. Let me watch Spider-Man.
It's the most emotional movie I think we've seen from Marvel.
Oh yeah, they played that up to the max. They might have abused it a little bit.
No, they had me in the first 15 minutes of the movie, and then in random spots, like, damn, that shit hit home.
I felt mad.
Another spot, like,
that makes me feel mad cynical, because I stone faced this movie, but I was stoned while watching. So I mean,
I was out the edible. I thought they was gonna show the Eternal Realm a little bit more, so I was trying to like take that in, man. But the whole moral of the movie,
they hit you with the feels.
The whole moral of the movie was like, just grief and the stages of it, and how that just hit home, because I'm like, man, the whole time that all this stuff been happening to me, I just been moving forward or getting faded and not actually taking time to let it hit me and going by my and then heal from there. And I thought it just hit home for me in a lot of spots, man, for sure. And then how Chadwick, how he passed away, that you could feel it within the movie, because he did silently pass away. Yep. And he dealt with it himself, and he prepared who he needed to prepare for it. But that's the most emotional movie. Then yeah, definitely Spider-Man. But the movies got misses. I think it's where you get into the episodes, but the movies they got misses. Black Widow, how you feel?
Oh yeah, Black Widow was a total miss. But I think my favorite movie was probably Thor: Love and Thunder, based purely off of Christian Bale's Gore the God Butcher. We all know how much I love Gore, because Gore always leads to null. And
that's the thing. When you love something, it's hard for you to see the fault in it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I said, I know that That movie was not the that movie was not the greatest, but man, Christian Bale killed it as Gore, yo.
That's my least
all
favorite.
7 minutes he was in the movie.
All 7 minutes, yo. That's enough to make him the most memorable part of Phase 4. This nigga brought real acting to the table with some depth in 7 minutes. Count it.
Ali Hood, what's up, man? What you think about Phase 4 from the movie?
What was your favorite Phase 4 movie?
My favorite Phase 4 movie was definitely No Way Home. I mean,
that's the safe bet, yo. That movie was fire.
Then Doctor Strange. I didn't like Love and Thunder. I did not like it.
Not even with Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher, yo. Gore leads to null, bro.
They wasted Christian Bale and Gore.
Hey, they did, but he was still there. It was a waste, but he was still there.
Gore the child kidnapper. I did not like.
Bruh, he be killing gods. You expecting?
That's what he was. It was no God butchering going on.
Look, if he'll butcher God, do you think he won't kidnap some kids, nigga?
Man, listen.
You think there's a moral hierarchy to once you get to doing that kind of dirt, it's sort of whatever.
Because we all read comics, I feel like Gore is he's supposed to be like a Thanos level type of threat, and y'all treated him like that.
No, you gotta think. When he came in the comic books, we didn't get to see a direct on. It was like Thor was getting there after the crime. So they sort of played that up in the movies. Like he was always getting there too. He was just missing Gore for so long before they finally actually came in. And that's what they tried to do in the movie, and it just didn't translate. Because they didn't have enough time for the epic clash that came after the little cat and mouse game. So you just got the cat and mouse game, and then the kid got Thor powers, and why didn't Thor do that during Endgame? We all had those questions, but never forget that Christian Bale murdered it as Gore.
See, I think Love and Thunder would have worked better if they would have introduced Gore.
Like, they should have gave my nigga a solo movie, even though there wasn't enough comics.
Hold on, let him talk.
Like the end of the movie. You know what I mean? So then you could build up for another one where you actually see you could actually get a better look at his power, the character itself, and all that. Like, I mean, they could have just totally focused on Jane and Thor on this John, and then you could have made another one, word that one out, and that would have been fine. Because I didn't like the end of the movie. Like you adopting his daughter. Like, come on.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't like.
That plays into the comic too because she's love, and that's why it's Love and Thunder. So I'm guessing she's gonna actually be like the incarnation.
Why is that?
No, it is. I mean, canonically, that's what it is. So I mean, Love and Thunder makes more sense if that's the.
Love and Thunder just they wasted Gore to me.
They did, but Christian Bale still killed it.
This would be a #1 first round NBA All-Star type of reach right here, man. It's crazy.
Hey, nigga, I've listened to you defend.
This is a Hall of Fame. Like
you defended R. Kelly, Joe. We know about reaches. All right, bro.
Yeah. No, I'm looking in the mirror right now because I didn't realize this is what I look like when I defend Kanye. Because there's sometimes sometimes it's just bad.
But Kanye's something different.
This is what it's like to be a Goku fan going against somebody that's talking about One Punch Man. You gonna always go with Goku.
Are you?
You know what? Like,
it's the equivalent at this point.
Things. I mean, my favorite movie for this is probably just gonna be No Way Home. I think it just had so much fan service for everybody.
Yeah,
enjoyable by everybody. It's hard to hate that movie. After that, my favorite movie, well, second one is going to be Multiverse of Madness. I think just because it was different, like the entire style of the movie is different.
The music fight, yo.
Like it was fire. Like I enjoyed what they did. It's like, okay, Sam Raimi's like gonna do something different than the normal, just traditional Marvel movie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for what it was. I really do. After that, to be honest, it really don't matter to me. Like you can throw any movie there. You can put Shang.
What about Christian Bale as Gore?
You can throw anyone. I got enjoyment from that movie, though. I feel like that extra 30 minutes could have been so much beneficial to that movie. Like, but you know, it did what it is. They want like the Disney CEO wanted to cut the movies down to 2 hours, and it is what it is. Now, as far as the shows is gonna get ugly because like the show, for that, let me go ahead and reveal every show for y'all. You need to just quick reminder to make sure we got it all understood. As far as the shows go, your television series, you start off with WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and finally She-Hulk Attorney at Law. We've had 8 series shows, which is a lot. I mean, first and foremost, mine always be Loki. Loki is still the best.
Yeah, Loki's the best.
Followed closely by WandaVision because I did enjoy WandaVision for what it was. It was good. I respect that. Then after that, I actually am appreciative of Miss Marvel. Like I think
you like Miss Marvel over Moon Knight?
Grounded show. It's good. Just a story that you can be familiar with. I enjoyed the diversity of the cast and everybody they had in there. Pretty good writing. You know, some people were a bit unrestful.
They got to her powers in a weird way.
But I don't mind it. Like they wanted to just give her powers a little bit extra flair to make her different from Mr. Fantastic, which you know is coming soon anyway. I don't mind it. So, you know, although them are my favorite ones, I'm cool with that. But, you know, we'll go back. Hollywood, your thoughts of the series of Phase 4. Did you like any of them, favorites, any of that nature? Also, I hated show. I'm sorry. Oh, we can continue.
Phase 4 was, the shows were good. You know, my favorite, John, probably would be Loki. You know what I mean? That was my favorite, John. Definitely. Loki, Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight. WandaVision was cool. I mean, the only show I didn't like was probably Hawkeye. I didn't like.
Hawkeye was mid, yo. Hawkeye's a mid hero. Hawkeye isn't good.
I didn't really care for that, John. Oh yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier was cool too. I like that, John.
Yeah, it was alright.
I just didn't like Kate Bishop. I still don't. I'm sorry. I'm not really feeling Kate Bishop. Just but
it's a distasteful. She's got a distasteful personality.
But yeah, Hawkeye for sure was the middest one out the bunch. I mean, I didn't. That John was.
It was the Black Widow of the movies.
And what if was cool? It got better like towards the end. You know, the ending episode was better, but it was still cool too.
What If was mad underrated though. I like some of the stories that they did in What If. They really did some good ones.
I did forget to mention that too, but yeah. Unico.
Yeah, that's
the show.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely going with Loki. Again, here's the running theme: dialogue. I love dialogue. Talk through the situation and come up with something smart, and then make it happen. And then
I'm with Kingpin was good.
Secondly, I would definitely What If. I like What If a whole lot, man. I'm gonna be real with you.
It was dope.
WandaVision and then no, man, this is actually kind of hard. Just let me stick with just the one. I'm going with Loki because
nigga tried to make a list.
It was that good, man. It was that good because I do like the other stuff on the list, Miss Marvel.
It set up so much.
You know, I like She-Hulk, even though like thinking about it, it was definitely the most mid of it for sure. But it had very good dialogue.
Joe, you look like you like She-Hulk.
I did. I did like it. I did.
It wasn't bad. The last episode was. I mean, the end was. Come on, bro. But overall, the series I liked. You know what I mean, I wasn't as critical as everybody else. It was alright. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
To finish off our Phase 4, we can take what we've gotten from Phase 4 and sort of inquire into the future. I'm gonna throw out different things from Phase 4 that I can remember from my head, the snippets that show points of the future. If we go back to WandaVision, you still have the mysterious Vision extra that's just out there in the world. You have World War Hulk because Scar on my bad. His son is here in the DU. He is a thing.
His hair is growing.
Forever. We'll remember the snippet. We ain't gonna worry about the mutant snippet so much, but we'll remember the snippet that the Americas and that freaking director Fontaine, who I'm guessing is the director of Sword or whatever at this point, still want to attack Wakanda. So it's very on the board that war is about to come to Wakanda and possibly even the world. You have those snippets. You have Loki still in the midst of who knows where, not to mention the fact that He Who Remains or the Great Equalizer, he is here. We'll see him in Ant-Man, you know, and You know, we'll see that in Ant-Man and Quantumania naturally, but we have different things like that. We have multiple kids. You know, spoiler for the Black Panther ending. If you hadn't really realized the mid-credit scene where he does have a son who is here. He is also son T'Challa. That is here, as well as another child.
Time skip.
Thunder. You know, that child Love is here herself, you know, and she has some kind of powers. So there's lots of things. You have Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. You have the Spider-Man crew who, you know, Spider-Man, if we remember, our Spider-Man, our favorite one. I ain't gonna say our favorite one, but our Spider-Man in our current MCU is now just out there in the world. Nobody remembers who he is. Nobody remembers Peter Parker's personality. We just have Spider-Man in and of himself. So there's a lots of different things that are just out here in the world that they've introduced, just different things. If you want to take the end of Miss Marvel, where she is now wherever Miss Marvel was, like somewhere out there in the cosmos with my beautiful baby Monica Rambeau. They are all out there preparing for their movie as well. So there's a lots of different things that have just been thrown out there in the MCU that will get connected over Phase 5. So just anybody who got any predictions, any thought processes, any curiosity points they want to throw out there, you are welcome to do so. We got a lot to just try to connect and put together. Because if you go back and look at Phase 4, they've thrown out a lot of different things that we just got to look into.
There's
lots of stuff.
There's a symbiote in the MCU.
Matt Murdock is here. We do have Matt Murdock.
So Phase 5, we getting Ant-Man and them, right?
I mean, that's what I'm hyped. That's what I'm hyped for right now. You know, I want to know about Kang. Kang killed that role, bro. That's a good character.
You guys think we'll get all 5 Kangs though?
I don't think nothing. I don't know about any 5 Kangs. I just know about the one that I know, and I'm very excited. Just like I'm just enjoying the MCU as they're just giving it to us.
Because I just think with Fantastic Four, there's so much room to explore more about Kang. If you really want a movie where you can do like an exposition dump and get people acquainted with the character, what better place than Fantastic Four? It sort of writes itself, I feel like. Mild prediction. We get a big Kang exposition dump come Fantastic Four.
I mean, as far as I've seen prediction-wise, I think the city they've shown in Ant-Man Quantumania is supposed to be Kang's personal city with his army and everything. And people are predicting, you know, Ant-Man might be the one to let him out. And it could, you know, just, you know, if I gotta let my family know whatever, Kang's got to come out too. Don't know, but that is good, boy.
But if we get Kang full on, you have to have multiple movies with him, though. He's not a one movie villain by any stretch of the imagination. There's too much there.
Right. No, we'll get multiple movies because they already announced the Avengers movies that's both gonna be out in the same year. One of them is the Avengers Kang Dynasty, so we know he's gonna be built up over the course of Phase 5 and Summer 6 into an Avengers movie. So we don't have a choice on that instant. And then naturally Secret Wars. Because if I recall correctly, to remind everybody, I don't know when, I don't think they're giving a release date, but the first show should be Secret Invasion with Nick Fury. It's supposed to be early next year. I don't have exactly a date because they haven't said anything, but early is probably somewhere in the first 3 months. And Ant-Man Quantumania comes out in February. So I'm expecting the show to start around February-ish, something along that line. But we'll get
probably right after the movie. You know how they like to do it, give you the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, who knows when we'll get mutants? I'm just, at least they're giving you some small snippets.
They said the word. They said the word.
They said the word. Namor's a mutant. You had the X-Men theme song playing at the end of Miss Marvel, so you're getting at least snippets and tidbits of them. Just
we saw the Illuminati in Multiverse of Madness, even though they got
Illuminati. So they're giving snippets and tidbits.
R.I.P.
I don't know how they're getting them, but just it's a lot to try to piece together.
Yeah.
Deadpool, right? Deadpool 3.
Yeah, you get Deadpool 3, which is being 2 years, I think, from now. So we'll get Deadpool 3. You'll get some kind of mutant in. We get a lot to piece together. My main thing I was taking just from Black Panther alone was just Director Fontaine, which was, you know, his ex, our favorite security man's ex-wife, and they call her director. If she's over, so
I think she's the director of the CIA, isn't she?
I don't know, because she was acquiescing in that office when they was having that meeting. She was acquiescing to the rest of them anyway. So I'm not sure what she's director of. I'm not 100%.
I'm pretty sure she's the director of the CIA. You can fact check me though, but
even that's still dangerous because they're still wanting to attack the Wakanda, because remembering the plot of the movie, because Shuri and the Wakandans chose to keep the merman secret, the world still thinks they're behind that ship attack. They still think they're behind the kidnapping, everything. So they're still wanting to take Wakanda out and attack them.
America's the world police, yo.
Let me go ahead and jump in on that. Just because y'all brought that up, that reminded me of something I was thinking throughout the whole movie. Like, this might be doing Mickey Mouse some favors for some other people out here in the world in regards to the reach that Mickey Mouse has. I'm just throwing this out here.
Okay.
This whole movie was like, I know they're saying France started that part of it, but the United States is always picking. They always in the middle of some shit. They always started some shit. The dude's name is Captain America. So with that being said, and he was the first Avenger. With that being said, bruh, they always start shit and then they just kind of peek away and we never talk about America again.
I mean,
they just start shit, yo. And when they never pop their heads up. It's like they're trying to influence everybody to hate America as a country, because everybody's just trying to get resources. Everybody just trying to get more powerful. Like and America is just like they just saying.
You think America doesn't want vibranium?
America they said they did.
Exactly.
They dream of it.
Yeah, like her exact words were, "My dream is for America to be the only place with it." So as far as I know, she's planning on attacking.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure she's the director of the CIA.
Which is, I'm thinking she's going to attack them, or like they're going to want to attack them. If they do that, it's going to be a war from Wakanda with assistance of the merman. Which Namor even said, "Oh, they gonna need us, and when they need us, this war, because he wants a war with the surface world. America wants vibranium, just pure and simply that simple." So it's already more. Then if Director Fontaine, if she's the one I'm thinking of, she's the one that's been trying to get together because she recruited
the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, she's the one who's trying to get Thunderbolts. She already got 2 members because she got Yelena to help go attack Hawkeye. She got not Iron Patriot, whatever that dude's called. A U.S. agent. She already got U.S. agent. She already got Yelena. So she's putting together people to attack Wakanda. This is gonna get ugly. It's bound to get ugly. Like it's already at this point because war, I'm looking at, is inevitable.
She got to get a Red Hulk though.
But they're not gonna trust Wakanda. The only thing about it will be the Black Panther scaring them from not wanting to attack Wakanda. But if they get together, these Thunderbolts, except for the Winter Soldier, because there's no way he's attacking Wakanda when they literally are the reason. No,
he got a vibranium arm.
I mean,
hey, they living off.
They want to gave him peace, took him in when he like rebelled against everybody in the Winter Soldier. Like, no, they're not doing this. He's not attacking them. But either way, this is finna get ugly.
They're gonna sing Sam Jones, Captain America over. He's gonna fly over with his wings to fuck up Wakanda. It's gonna be bad.
Hey, Sam Wilson versus Shuri.
Sam Wilson. I don't know why I said Jones. Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson, Captain America versus Black Panther Shuri. I'll tell you this.
Let's go.
This is going to get wild. But to finish off our last thing goes to some of our childhood dreams, because a lot of us were up there in years. But I'm pretty sure we all know who Ash Ketchum is from the Pokemon series. And if you hadn't really realized, you might not be that much into the series, or even at all, you know of it. We can recall and gonna let you know that finally, after 25 years, Ash is the world champion of
Let's go.
The greatest trainer in the world. He literally won the tournament to prove it. And we just want to give a shout out because this is just a momentous thing for our childhoods. It's a momentous thing for just everybody who's ever watched the show, which just know who Ash Pikachu is. They are one of the 3 main flagships of Nintendo, period. We all know it, and just it's a nice send off to it, but it also just it starts throwing into an idea.
One of the most profitable franchises ever.
Now that he's won, what's next for the series? Like, is it finally going to end? Is he going to retire? Is it over with? I mean, he's the world champion. He's won. Is Pikachu not going to be the face of Pokemon anymore? Are you going to go find something else? Because now that what do you have him left to do? He doesn't need to go and get 8 more gym badges. He's a world champion. It doesn't matter.
Scarlet and Violet are coming though, bro. He might need to go to school now. He ain't been to school in all this time though. But now Scarlet and Violet are going to be set in a school setting. It sets up for Ash to do something that he's never done before. Be a regular kid.
He don't need to. He's literally the greatest trainer in the world. School is irrelevant.
No, but That doesn't mean he doesn't need the life experience. I mean, he's roughed it and almost died a few times.
Have you seen what he went through?
Social experience. Social experience. There we go.
Have you seen what this man?
This nigga spent entirely too much time around Pokemon.
We done watched it.
We done watched him drop the ball on at least 3 different women. We done watched him go around with me. Brock done taught him how to shoot shots.
He tried to.
Bro, what you mean?
He tried to throw hands with a Mewtwo. I guess you've got a point.
This man done died and came back, then traveled through time. Like, what more do you want from him at this point?
Well, now he can have like a high school experience.
Who cares about high school? This man got at least 3 women that's
you,
waiting.
You don't think they're still gonna milk Ash? There's no way they're ending this TV show while any of us are still alive. I mean, it's Nintendo. They are going to think they kept the game mechanics the same for 2 decades.
Yeah, that's the game. You can do that, but the show is like you've had him win.
Well, look, they've changed the art style. Ash has gotten progressively darker as times went on. He gets lighter and then he gets darker.
Now, in my opinion, it's not a bad idea if they like, well, let's just introduce a new protagonist and let's keep
I don't think they'll ever do that.
Idea, but because Ash and Pikachu have been one of the most iconic duos for the better part of 30 years, I don't 25. Know if you can do that and it works. Like they've had shows like Pokemon Journeys or whatever, they had Red for like 8 episodes. They've had other shows that's been successful, but I don't know if you can just continue the franchise without the 2 of them. So
yeah, here's what I would say. What if it becomes like Naruto? And now it's like planetary threats coming, like new Pokemon.
They've already done that. They've already done planetary threats. They had the Ultra Beasts. they've already done it.
But a whole race of people like that could be like the people from the moon in Boruto, and then like now it's new Pokemon. Now you got to become the galactic champion. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a thought. It's a thought. That's. I think that would be something to watch.
Space. Let's go.
I don't know. Like they got to do something. I don't know if you continue.
Jigglypuff came from up
we're getting a Pokemon slice of life. Watch. It's gonna. He's going to school. He's gonna have his Scarlet and Violet.
It was Clefairy.
Oh yeah, they had the Deoxys movie where Deoxys came in from space.
Yeah, I was about to say Deoxys came in on a meteor.
My bad. We go even further. They had a movie where they had 2 movies. I'm sorry, where you deal with.
We got an Arceus movie. That nigga's God.
Time and space themselves.
What you say,
They had a movie dealing with God. Like I'm sorry, they had a God when they deal with God. There's not really going in space. Don't matter when you're dealing with time, space, and God himself.
Exactly.
Like at this point, that don't make no sense.
That's why you got to go to school.
And I'm finna go to school. Like, bro,
yeah. It's a different pace. We have seen Ash do everything. He's been to different dimensions. He's been to outer space. He's done it all.
So at this point, like maybe it might be time to sit him down. Like, Ash, you done carried us for 30 years. You ain't aged in 25 of them. Maybe it's just time for us to put you down and let's start a new protagonist going with Gen 9, and the protagonist can go to school and they might start from there. Either that or something they could do. I don't know if they would do this. Something that they could do would be like actually age Ash, let him retire.
That'd be crazy. I knew you were gonna say that. I think that'd be wild.
And let his child come in school.
Watch him throw his child out at 12 into the world like his mom did him.
Because I started with Pikachu, son. You can have this Pikachu, or you can have a Pikachu because my Pikachu a little old. You can have a Pikachu, and you could just start from there. It'd be Ash's child. We would watch it because it's Ash's child, and Ash would have some time showing up in the series. It could show all the old friends just older.
So you want a Boruto Pokemon, basically.
I mean, if we showing the same Pokemon series, same 8 badges for 8 generations and 25 years, shoot, why not his son?
I don't know. Everybody got pissed off when they changed the badges, though. Remember when the niggas went to Hawaii and they didn't have badges? It was an uproar.
We didn't get pissed on the badges. We got pissed on the fact they made him look like he was Chinese. Like that's why he pissed.
No, they made him extra dark, didn't they? I thought that was the one where he got the serious tan.
He got shorter. Like
he did get shorter.
So, but it's shout out to Ash. Made it after 25 years. We'll see, because there's two episodes of this season left, and we'll see what direction they go with.
He's going to school.
It's Generation 9 coming in a week. They're gonna do it. So we just don't know how they're gonna do it, which is unique, but it's the end of the era, leaving a legacy. He got 25 years. He's finally world champion. Shout out to Ash. It is what it is. But I think we'll be good on that. But as a celebration to our Black queens and everything, I wanted to do a situational entanglement. I wanted to do one like that. But I was just like, because we had so much beef last time when we brought up Steve Urkel and we brought up Myra and we brought up Laura. There was another debate that I happened to pay attention to that people have also decided to debate. So I had left this up here because I had noticed and seen these women, and it was Hillary and Ashley from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because these are two lovely, beautiful Black queens. And in that prime, it was also a debate as to which one would you have walked away with, even personality and everything with. And I'm seeing some people on our show with some sour faces like, oh my God, I don't know which one. So, it's a little more quiet than I expected, because everybody was firing, they were going for Myra and the crazy one before, And
I'm going Hillary. I keep the same energy. Give me Hillary.
I already know who I'm choosing. It's been the same since the 90s.
Hollywood, what it is.
Oh, it's Hillary.
Let's go.
Oh snap.
I'm here for the Hillary.
The upset.
Listen, bro.
You're the only one left. What is it gonna be, man?
It started off as Hillary, but as Ashley and I were growing up together,
this nigga.
She take the end of the day, she take it, period. Ashley got it.
I bet you don't take it like Hillary.
I liked Hillary at first. Like Hillary, we know how
Hillary got way more experience,
about them yellow girls, and she was the teenager, almost college person, and I was a kid. She looked some good, but man, shoot, Ashley, she came up.
This man is a whole monster out here, but I thought I would be the only one picking Hillary. I ain't. No, Ashley's a cute girl. She really is, but I'm sorry, Hillary was always fine. She was always beautiful.
Ashley was too innocent,
Ashley, I don't care about innocent. Ashley,
he going off of personality facts.
But Hillary was just bad. I'm sorry, Hillary was bad. She was always bad. It's just like, man, even though Ashley
I can't argue that.
Even though Ashley could sing and everything, it's like, look, I'm sorry, she had me. But we're gonna let y'all get warm. We appreciate y'all for joining us for another episode of Make It Make Sense. Make sure y'all tune in for later on. Might even have another After Dark episode. And because of last week and this week, you never know who will show up on there at this point. So, tune in if you see it go live on Blurred After Dark. You never know who might be on there. We'll see what it is. Lala said Ashley with all caps. It is what it is. We, like we got a 3-1 thing on here. We got 1 3 for Hillary. And Lala in the comments. We appreciate everybody for joining. First and foremost, Afro Comedy. Where can they find you?
You said it. Afro Comedy 765 on everything. Of course, on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag at all points in time. Mad Anger Kinks,
Hashtag Anger Kings for my boy. And then, of course, we have Unico Williams, a.k.a. Black Panther is me, but Black Man 2 isn't. Where can we find you at, man?
UnicoWilliams.com. All of those links lead you to right here with me.
And they're not OnlyFans links, people. Don't worry about it. He's not that guy. You don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And of course,
there's an X where that box is supposed to go. It's under construction.
Let's go. He's getting his self-conscious. He's getting it together.
Representing the Blurred Cartel, we have the sensei of the Blurreds, Hollywood Sensei. Where can we find you?
There, Hollywood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel. You can find me anywhere the Blurred Cartel is. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. What it sound like every Thursday. Blurred Cartel After Dark is back to, we hopefully we'll have more than 2 people tonight. I'm gonna be on there. So and Welcome to Hollywood is coming up in a little bit. But yeah, man, make sure you follow me on TikTok, Hollywood_Sensei 215, Sensei Hollywood on Twitter.
Of course, and you can find Hollywood on Thursdays. It was on every show, but especially on Thursdays. Follow What It Sound Like. They already got a fire album because I've heard things from Nas. It's rapping at 50. And it's like, he's rapping like he ain't missed a beat. So I know they got another album they got a review. Just came off of 4 albums yesterday.
That nigga Nas had a Draco's a Ruler bar, He's in touch with today's music. He had a Draco's a Ruler bar. That's different.
So it's already coming up on Thursday. Then, of course,
different.
I'm your host, Monterey Hudson, taking all the trending topics, hot takes, and bad opinions, making them make sense on the show every Saturday evening, 7:30ish. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Twitch, follow everybody, follow all of us on all of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you find our names. Come look them up, come see what we got to say. Otherwise, we appreciate y'all for joining us. We are out. Peace.